he didn't get a hit or two in the first game or two, and one day he walked by and had his bat in his hand, and he took my hat off and rubbed my head. And he got 2 or 3 hits. 7 years later, he's got, I guess, like 7,000 hits or something. I don't know.
Well, when something happens like that, you got to keep a good thing going. That's exactly what Derek Jeter did throughout his career. They formed a very unique bond. Now, obviously, when the news of Zimmer's passing broke tonight, Jeter was at work playing against the A's, but post-game, he talked about Don Zimmer.
That's a tough one to swallow. I mean, it's everyone knows how much Zim's meant to, our organization, the baseball as a whole, and your thoughts and prayers go out to his family. But that's tough news. I found out about halfway through the game, so that's a rough one.
Derek, what would you?
Well, I mean, Zim was around when I first came up. He's someone that he taught me a lot about the game. He's been around. He's pretty much seen everything. His stories, his experiences. He was close to my family. He was good to my family, and we'll miss him.
Derek, what will you remember most about him?
Just his attitude. He was always positive. He liked to have fun. This could be a long season, so it's that's what you'll miss.
When was the last time you spoke to him there?
Right before surgery.
Derek, guys, a connection to rub his head. Was that instant, or did that take a little time to?
I don't remember. I don't. He's always had his stomach in his head, so I don't know when that started.
There's already one moment or story about him that stands out to you from 8 years ago as we together?
I don't know if there's one. I mean, there's a lot. I consider it tough to for days about Zim, but it's a tough one.
What are your thoughts on the day that he confronted Pedro? I mean, here's a 70-something-year-old coach doing.
Yeah, I mean, that was him. He was a fighter. He was intense. So that I think that exemplifies him. He was into the game, and it was fun to be around.
Derek, how does something like that spread through the clubhouse?
I found out about halfway through. I don't know when anyone else found out.
What were your emotions at that point when you did find out?
It's tough. I mean, he's struggling a little bit, but it's tough. So I will miss him.
All right, so, Jack, earlier tonight you talked about Zimmer, and everybody has. It's kind of an incredible baseball resource. Imagine you're Derek Jeter as a rookie in '96, and you've got this guy who at the time had 48 years of professional baseball under his belt to sort of listen to and learn from.
Absolutely, and they ended up being this odd couple, Bob. You had the hippest, coolest, one of the most handsome guys in New York in Derek Jeter, and then you had Don Zimmer, the aging coach who was nicknamed Popeye. But these two found a friendship, and they became very close friends. We've shown the video of it, of Jeter rubbing Zimmer's head. But I think they found that bond because the bond was about baseball and fun, but it was also about competitiveness. We've already heard a couple people on this show talk about how Zimmer was a very competitive